Gold is amazing because I wanted you to realize that Donald John Trump, the sitting and active and sleeping, napping president of the United States of America, who has early stages of dementia, who is a heir of looting and robbing without a gun. It is amazing that President Trump, while being in office just since January, his family has been able to amass $3 billion while in office. Yet no hearing, no investigation, no questions. I'm not talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I ain't talking about the island. I ain't talking about the plane. I ain't even talking about grabbing people in the crotch. $3 billion while in office. And he gets it from his daddy. Not from his daddy, his granddaddy. I want you to listen in. It's going to blow your mind because I did a DNA search without ever swabbing his mouth to figure out where Donald Trump's business practices come from. And I don't know whether you're going to believe this story, but I got to tell it to you. Go through Google, go through ChatGPT, fact check me on this. In 1890, there was something called the Klondike Gold Rush. Look it up. 1890, the Klondike Gold Rush. And there was a gentleman by the name of Frederick Trump. Frederick Trump, who was the grandfather of Donald John Trump, while everybody was going to get gold, do you know what Frederick Trump did? He built hotels for gold miners. He built restaurants for those who have been digging all day. He sold shovels and picks for those who were on the grind to gold. And he amassed shrewdly a fortune on other people's thrust towards finding wealth. By the time he gets to 1901, Frederick Trump goes back to Germany a wealthy man. But Germany doesn't want him. Germany kicks him out and sends him back to America. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. You done seen this movie before because he dodged military service. He didn't want to serve the country, had no patriotism, had no loyalty, so they sent him back to America. He goes back to America, ladies and gentlemen, and is there for 17 years until he comes down with the flu. When he comes down with the flu in 1917, he dies of the flu. When he dies of the flu, he leaves grieving his wife by the name of Elizabeth and 3 sons. That is in 1914. In 1918, hear this, Elizabeth sets up a false company. She uses Donald Trump's father, whose name is Fred. And they set up a company, y'all need to go figure it out, called E. Trump and Sons. E. Trump and Sons. They start this company under the guise that it's actually a man. It ain't. It's the widow and the 3 sons. And they don't sell shovels. They don't sell picks. They don't sell hammers. They're not in the gold rush. They figure out that the next boom is not around gold. It's around real estate. And so what does E. Trump and Sons start doing? They start buying cheap property outside of Manhattan. They start building hundreds of affordable homes for middle-class families that are coming back from World War II, and they get government contracts. So the way that they're able to get their money is the government supplements it. Trump's been doing this a long time. It's in his DNA. That's how it is that he's coming up, off of taxpayers' money. And E. Trump and Sons were beginning to sell homes to soldiers who were coming back from World War II. This is where I'm going to get you. I'm stabbing you in the shower on Rikers Island on your first night. and they wouldn't sell it to any of the black soldiers. Any of the soldiers who are returning could get property from E. Trump and Sons, except if you were black. Trump ain't new to this. He's true to this. The level of systemic racism that we are seeing is absolutely mind-blowing and dizzying. Fred Trump came down with dementia. According to Donald Trump's sister, Mary, when he came down with dementia, Donald Trump used to make fun of his own father, was in denial about his condition, and did not want to deal with his deteriorating memory or how it is that he was losing his faculties. He swindled his two other siblings out of receiving anything and took the lion's share of his father's inheritance. He doesn't mind doing people dirty. If he did it to his own family, what do you think he will do to the millions of Americans who are sweating every day?